Welcome to the Vault XL. Happy Black Friday, everybody. This is live number 2. Thank you for joining me. There's some mischief that went down in Memphis, Tennessee yesterday. Let's talk about it. Like, share, subscribe. Make sure you drop your comments below this video on the community page and follow the Queen on the Newsbreak app. I have 2 videos uploaded over there. Please mosey on over there after this live and check out those live streams that are pertaining to Wendy Williams and Sean Puffy Combs, and also 2 similar videos in the YouTube queue. Wendy Williams has been deemed incapacitated permanently. She is impaired, says her guardian, Miss Morsay. Sean Puffy Combs has been denied bail for the 3rd time. Welcome to the Vault XL. And if you'd like to donate to this great network, $Ganji 129 Cash App. Stickers and chat to welcome during this live stream. Grandmother allegedly stabs daughter, grandson at Thanksgiving gathering. News 12 is the source. Her grandmother was arrested after she allegedly stabbed her daughter and grandson at a family gathering on Thanksgiving. Officers from the Memphis Police Department responded to a stabbing at a residence around 3:19 p.m. on Thanksgiving Day. Officers said the 2 victims were already at the hospital when the call came in, but they learned from witnesses that the suspect fled the home and was on the run. Now, listen to what I just said. Officers said the 2 victims were already at the hospital. So you all didn't get to the scene in time. The victims were already at the hospital. You can't make this stuff up. Police found 55-year-old LaShonda Johnson miles away from the residence and arrested her. And she is an African-American female. Investigators learned that the 2 victims were Johnson's daughter and grandson, both of whom had knife wounds on their hands. Johnson's daughter told officers she and her mother had been arguing about Johnson's grandson when the grandmother took a knife from the kitchen and charged at the victims, according to Newsweek. She said she believed her mother was intoxicated at the time of the attack. 3 juveniles were reported at the gathering, but none were injured, police said. Johnson was arrested and charged with aggravated assault, domestic violence, aggravated assault, and domestic assault, police reported. Local 12 is the source. LaShonda. Now. You're too old for this nonsense. You are too old. LaShonda was allegedly drunk when she charged him with a knife. Hello, everybody in the chat. Thank you for joining me. Happy holidays. Another article, I believe she pushed the child. And the woman said when she turned, the mother charged at her. We'll go to another article and see what they say. Because everybody always has something a little bit different. So let's see what this other advertisement has. This other article has. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Let's see. Johnson's daughter sustained abrasions to her left hand, and the woman's grandson was also injured on his left hand. Authorities said Johnson was drinking and possibly heavily intoxicated at the time of the attack. Officers took Johnson into custody nearby after she left the family home. Once again, there were 3 juveniles inside of the home at the time of the incident, but were not harmed. So 3 were inside of the house. It says additionally. So that means there are 3 other children. So what? We're talking about 4 children? So how was this boy child? What was he doing to aggravate grandma? Grandma with big eyes you have. Woo! And a knife too. Shut your mouth. Grandma, you know better. Now, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened, but there's no need for violence against anyone. There's no need for grabbing knives, hammers, guns, so on and so forth. And then 2, you were inebriated. So now we got to ask ourselves, how often does grandma get drunk, turned up? Does she have a violent history? Does she have a criminal record for assault? Has she been incarcerated before for assault? What the hell was going on Thanksgiving? What's wrong? Don't tell me y'all were arguing over the last chicken turkey leg. Lord have mercy, I'm dead Satan. You know Queen cannot act right for nothing, can she? Can she just not act right? Can I ever have one day where I act right? I can't act right because y'all won't act right. Hello, Wanda, Sky, Jesse. Hello, everybody. Thank you. It's a beautiful day in the Heights Inn. It's chilly outside. It's sunny. I think I should become a weather lady to weather over the radio. I think I got a good radio voice. Grandma, what's going on with you? Now, you know better, Grandma. Now, you stop this foolishness. Stop it. Let me see what they have to say. Hold on a minute, everybody. Woo. When they say smoke in the city, they meant that. Memphis, Tennessee is a rough place, I must say. Hell, even the dogs and cats fighting, I guess. They be in the street arguing. I can't operate this thing. I can't get the volume up. Well, hold on, you guys. That's why I don't like this device I have, because I can't ever work it. For some reason. Okay. Well, won't play. I have to find something else. LaShonda, what's the problem, honey? Has LaShonda made bail? That's what I want to know. 55-year-old black woman stabbed daughter and grandson. What was going on in the house? What were they arguing over? Does she normally get drunk? Does she normally get turned up? Is she a problem woman? Were they arguing over food, money? Was the grandson doing something, acting up? Grandma was trying to reprimand him. And she decided to get a knife instead of a belt or a ruler. I don't know. Don't know these people. All I know is it's foolishness. Foolishness. Hold on one second, everybody. I'm going to look something up. See what I can find in the YouTube queue. Here we have something. Grandma rough. That's all I can say. Something about those people in Memphis. I don't know what it is. My mother's from Memphis. She's no longer living, but those people down there, they like to argue, fuss, stay into nonsense. I don't know what it is. It's something in the water. What they calling it now, baby Chicago? It's something. Fox 13 Memphis is the source. Thank you for joining me.
Happened on Delta Road around 3 this afternoon. Fox 13 Sierra Jordan breaks down the moments leading up to this incident.
Police say a grandmother stabbed two of her family members after a verbal argument happened inside their home on Delta Road. The neighbors I spoke with were shocked to find crime scene tape blocking off their street as they were celebrating Thanksgiving with their loved ones.
And it's just kind of unfortunate to have to go through this on Thanksgiving Day.
James Stevens and his family were enjoying their Thanksgiving Day meal until they were interrupted by the sound of sirens coming from outside.
And we come outside to see all the tape around. Got the street blocked off down there.
Those sirens were police responding to an aggravated assault at a home on Delta Road just after 3 p.m. Police say a woman and her mother were arguing about various things, including the suspect pushing her son. Then police say the grandmother attacked her with a knife she got from the kitchen. The victim suffered abrasions to her left hand. Just moments later, the suspect then struck her grandson with a knife in his left hand near his thumb. That is when the grandmother ran away from the scene before officers arrived.
The violence
ran away.
In Memphis is still very high. You have to watch yourself on every corner, and right here in our own home.
Exactly.
Family getting together, family, friends, feasting. Never this.
Exactly.
Now, Memphis police say the grandmother was heavily intoxicated and possibly drinking at the time of the incident. They say she is now in custody. In Memphis, Sierra Jordan, Fox 13 News.
Neighbors coming out to see what's going on. spoiling their festivities because they're looking at sirens, hearing sirens, seeing sirens. Like, what is going on? Now, you got some people probably didn't come out. It's none of my business. I ain't got nothing to do with it. You know, a lot of people have that attitude. And I get it when you live in a place where there's something going on all the time. Yelling, help, help, help. I didn't see it. It didn't happen. But this man has spoken on camera. Now, maybe it was another type of incident. He may not speak on camera because everybody don't like to speak on camera. But this older black gentleman has spoke on camera. And as he said, nowhere is safe. They're always having to look over their shoulders. Always something going on. And that's the point. You're living in a place where you're always having to look over your shoulders. Always something going on. Gunshots, robbery, theft, murder, homicide, aggravated assault. And then here, Thanksgiving Day, there's no peace in the valley. You can't even enjoy a peaceful meal, gathering with friends and family. You've got to jump up because you hear sirens outside. Has Grandma made bail? As I said before, has she been to jail before? LaShonda Johnson, does she have a criminal past involving assault, aggravated assault, DUIs, public intoxication? Where does she live? Where does she stay? The address where she ran to? Whose house was that? Apartment, home, trailer, what? Hell, did she literally run away or she got in her car and drove away? I'm just asking. What is wrong with you people? What does the Queen always say? Get it together. Thanksgiving is supposed to be a day of happiness, joy, laughter, eating good food, getting your bellies full. No, 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 no. Grandma said, I'm already full. I'm full on that juice. I'm full on that jungle juice. Now I'm getting ready to tear this house up. Well, you can tear it up now for sure. You can tear the jail up. I don't mean to make light of the situation because she did use a knife. Thank God she did not fatally wound her own daughter and grandson. And some might say, well, she wasn't really trying to hurt him because she just stabbed him in the hand. It doesn't matter. You used a weapon. It's considered aggravated assault, as it should be. Grandma, you know better. Come on, Grandma. Come on now, LaShonda. Now you know better. Now you need a spanking. Because you know you should not be pulling out weapons. And I don't know if you live in this house or not, or you're just visiting for the holidays, but take that foolishness to where you pay your bills, if indeed that was not your house. What a crazy debacle. And also under this article that I read, there was another shooting, a domesticated shooting with some young people in a house where two young guys ended up dead Thanksgiving Day. And it just goes to show you that we have some crazy people running around who don't have any type of control. So it doesn't matter the day of the week. It doesn't matter if it's somebody's birthday, a holiday, a graduation party, a barbecue. They're just people who cannot function. So it doesn't have to be a holiday. It doesn't have to be any significance. If your ass is crazy, you're just crazy. You don't give a damn about it being a new president in the White House, one going out, one coming in, a holiday, bar mitzvah. If you want to get crunk, you're going to get crunk. And that's what people need to understand. And, you know, I thought about that years ago when the towers fell in New York. I said, what were people doing in America the day the towers fell? Probably running around scared, frantic, didn't know what the hell was going on in the world. But lo and behold, that even on that fateful day in New York, you can best believe somebody was out here committing a crime. The day after, the next day, the next week, somebody was out here committing a crime. Didn't care that we were under attack. Didn't care that we were not favored by foreigners. I'm still going to go out here and rob this old lady. I'm still going to go out here and assault this kid, this woman. That's the mindset we have. Doesn't matter what's going on. The country is under attack. Today is my mama's birthday or my brother's birthday. I'm going to act a donkey's ass because I can. And I think about 9/11 a lot for that very reason, that it doesn't matter if there's something just tragic going on that affects us all. There's just people out here who don't care. They don't care. And I believe Grandma is one of those people. Grandma don't give a damn. Grandma don't care. Well, she's sitting comfortable in a jail, I'm sure, unless somebody has bonded her out or she has money to call somebody to get her debit card or whatever. But I think it's sad because, as I said, Memphis has a lot of crime, if you did not know. And it doesn't matter the day of the week, if there's a holiday or no holiday, the crime is out of control there and elsewhere. We just have people who just can't sit their tails down. And I get it. We all can be provoked. Trust me, Queen knows. We all can be provoked. But it's when you're provoked often is when it's a problem. Now, people are going to judge if you got provoked one time. Well, you should have self-control. Well, we all should have self-control, but we don't. But I got a feeling this lady in particular probably gets crunk a lot, probably drinks a lot, and I won't doubt her legal limit was over the standard amount. So what was the legal amount of alcohol she had in her system? I'm just curious. Because you see, they said heavily intoxicated. So she probably was talking crazy when they arrested her. I ain't do nothing. They did this. They said this. Da, 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 da. You have the right to remain silent, ma'am. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Probably blubbering on and on, slobbering on herself, making a fool out of herself. Then she's drawing attention to the place where she got arrested. So we got house A, where the scene of the crime, and then wherever they arrested her, who knows whose house that is, and everybody's probably coming out looking too. What the hell's going on over here? What they taking grandma out to jail for? Her been bad. Okay. Her been bad. Yes, she has. She's been really bad. Lord have mercy. What is going on with everybody? Holiday and y'all acting a fool. And sadly, I'm sure somebody probably left here. As I said, the article I read earlier, under this article, 2 young men have lost their lives due to some type of shooting in a home. They were in their 20s, I believe. Don't know what that nonsense was about. Just some guy left the house, started shooting. Just people can't act right. And I won't doubt that person, he probably was inebriated too. Just can't hold a liquor. Then we have those who aren't inebriated when they decide to exact violence. Hold on one second, everybody. Getting a lot of likes on my videos over there on the Newsbreak article. Thank you all so kindly. Let me see. I want to find this about this. This article about the young men shot. Let's see. I have to change the title. One second, everybody. This heat on is blasting.
Tonight's top story, violence on Thanksgiving. We are following several shootings across the city today, and one of them turning deadly. A gunman opening fire at an East Side home, killing 2 people and wounding 2 others. All new tonight, neighbors tell us they are saddened but not surprised. Meantime, San Antonio police say shootings on this day of things is part of a troubling trend. KENS 5 reporter Hannah Tita starts our coverage.
Bullet holes in a house. Neighbors too nervous to talk on camera, sharing details about a shooting that turned a day of gratitude into grief. Just before 8 this morning, police were called to Potomac Street near James Street. A homeowner tells us about 9 shots rang out.
Wow.
There were 4 shot, 2 deceased. to transport to the hospital.
San Antonio Police Chief William McManus says 5 people spent the night at this home on Wednesday. Before the suspect left this morning, police say he shot the other 4 people. The gunman and at least 3 of his victims are all men in their 20s, according to investigators.
That's all I can tell you right now. We don't know any more.
All men.
About the motive, or what they were doing.
Neighbors don't believe the men are related. Meanwhile, officers were busy responding to reports of violence across the city. Recent data from the U.S. Census Bureau shows Texas has the highest rate of shootings during the week of Thanksgiving.
Wow.
You know that this seems to happen fairly frequently on a Thanksgiving.
Right.
I can't remember the number of times I've been called out on a Thanksgiving for something like this.
And police say they detained the suspect just a few blocks from where that shooting happened. But investigators have not released his identity yet. And at this hour, Henry, we are still waiting for the medical examiner to release information on the 2 victims who died. But we'll stay on top of it. Henry?
KNS 5 News source, CBS News, Texas. San Antonio. Several shootings, couple of shootings across the city. How many? This incident, 2 men are dead. 5 men were in a house. 1 guy left just shooting everybody. Why? What happened? Was this a robbery? Disagreement? What? What the hell was going on with 5 men in a house? Don't sound good. I believe they were young. 2 guys that passed away. This is bad business. And then to hear this demographic of Texas having the most shootings in the United States during Thanksgiving. What type of nonsense is that? Has the most shootings during Thanksgiving in the United States of America. Are you hearing this? So basically, don't go to Texas during Thanksgiving. Shut your mouth. I believe Mr. Professionals has family in Texas. Well, hope everyone's okay out there. Don't know if he's out there or not. Just light conversation, everybody. That's interesting. Texas has the most shootings during Thanksgiving in America. Wow, wow, wow. You can't make this stuff up. So I guess y'all can stop talking about Chicago and Memphis during the week of Thanksgiving. I'll let that sit right there. Wow, that's crazy. Once again, this is live number 2. A Black woman in Memphis, Tennessee, 55-year-old LaShonda Johnson, I'm pronouncing her name correctly, was arrested for stabbing her daughter and grandson in the hand. Stabbed the grandson in the hand. Why this article keeps jumping off? Hold on. I'm about to fight this iPad, I tell you. LaShonda, LaChunda, 55 years of age. Johnson's daughter told officers she and her mother had been arguing about Johnson's grandson when the grandmother took a knife from the kitchen, charged at the victims. We also heard in the audio that they had been arguing over various things, such as what exactly? Grandma was already drunk. One thing I've learned, you don't argue with a drunk. I learned that last night. Never argue with a drunk person. It's pointless. Because then you become, you're stooping to their level. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's one thing to argue with a person and you're both sober. But to argue with a drunk person and you are sober, it's a waste of time. Even if you are inebriated, I don't recommend it. Just don't do it. When they start getting loud and crunk and cussing and name calling, just stop talking to them. Because I listened to somebody last night in conversation, and they got crunk in the conversation. It was going on and just talking out of turn. And I had to bite my tongue as not to get ignorant. Because you know what I told myself? If you get ignorant it would definitely be, it might get worse. You understand? Because I could have told the person, who the hell you talking to like that? But I didn't. Because I felt like this. I felt like God was showing me, you gave a person a chance when you saw that they were ignorant 2 weeks ago. And your spirit told you then, this is not somebody you're going to be able to converse with or be in their company because they don't know how to act or how to carry themselves under the influence of alcohol. So the opportunity came again via a, phone conversation. So I now can say 2 times. 2 times is a charm. Hell no. You on your own. And I see this a lot with people, whether they're inebriated or not. There's just certain people you just cannot deal with. You can't get along with them. You can't talk to them. You can't converse. You can't tell them anything. You can't confide in them. There's just certain people you are not going to jive with. And usually if a person stays drunk often, let me make that clear. They are often drunk. You're wasting your time dealing with them. I'm not talking about talking. I'm saying dealing with them at all. Cut your losses because it's a waste of time. Because they're inebriated all the time, you should know there's going to be some flack with the drunkenness. There's going to be some loud talking, cussing, crazy people talk, and you'll end up on the news like this story here. You'll be the person, pulling out a knife or taking your fist and ramming it up, upside their damn head over some foolishness. Because this is how people end up in the cemetery. Fooling with drunk people, fooling with ignorant people in general. This is why you have to know how to remove yourself from people who get crunk. And I don't recommend it. When they start loud talking, or just loud talking in general, got to be seen, got to be heard. They mad at this one, they mad at that one, they jumping from here to there like a jackrabbit. They on this topic, they bitch and moan it. Man, cut them folks off. Don't even waste your breath. Just cut them off. Did everybody have a good Thanksgiving? I hope so. Hope everyone is safe. Once again, as I said, if you're going out shopping today up until Christmas, please be aware of your surroundings. Carry your crossover bag as not to be fumbling with a big old purse and parcels. Because when you carry big purses, people assume you have big money, especially if you're walking around with name brand purses, Louis Vuitton, Dooney & Burke. You G'd up, juried up. Oh, she got some money. He got some money. So you need to be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what you post on social media pertaining to what you bought, what you're buying. Do not leave boxes outside the house, flat screen boxes, because now everybody knows you went and got a big boy TV. Don't do that. Break that box down, put it in your car, your trunk, and then take it to the recycling center or a nearby trash dispenser and discard your boxes. Also, your children. Talk to your children about company, people coming and going, inviting people over, because children do steal as well. And some children are more fortunate than others. And children come to the homes, they see these nice things in the house. They see a nice house, nice cars. They see that you all have abundance in your house, and they feel like, well, they're not going to miss this iPad. They're not going to miss this watch, these diamond earrings. You'd be surprised. Children bring other children over. Children get to wandering around in bedrooms, and they steal. They steal video games. Hey, you can get money for video games, especially brand new. Stay woke. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the company you keep. This also goes for adults who you're letting in your house, telling your business, and speak to your children about their belongings. Make sure their valuables are put up, such as if you give them jewelry or anything, those things need to be put up. They're not wearing it every day. It needs to be put up in a lockbox. I'm just telling you, because people will take from you. And the holidays is a perfect time for people to steal, especially if you're moving stuff out. This is a great time for, remodeling your home, laying down, new tile, or you want to get some new furniture. You're dumping things out. People think you got money. Oh, they're getting some new furniture. Oh, they're getting new stereo system, whatever it is. Just be aware of your surroundings and also what you post and what you tell. Don't have your mail piling up, such as newspapers on the front porch, even the mailbox. Be aware of your home your surroundings. Make sure all doors, windows are locked. As they say, if you want to see if someone can break into your house, try breaking into your own house. If you can get in your house, then that means Pookie, Ray, Bubba can also get in there. I thought that was an interesting comment. I had heard that probably a year or two ago. They're talking about theft and break-ins, and the person, a security expert said, well, if you want to know if your house can be broken into, try breaking into your own house. That's a good point. That's a damn good point. See if you can jimmy your own window. See if you can jimmy your own door. Now, naturally, thieves have their own type of tools to jimmy doors. That's why you need an alarm, you see. Because even if they can get in, they can't take anything if that alarm is booming, because they already know, okay, it's connected to the police department. Police are going to be here. I'm not going to have time to get in here and get anything out. So this is why you need adequate security. Hell, you're going to be gone for a while. Put some booby traps in your window sills, glass doors. Get a long wood plank, put nails in it. Hey, we're going to do Charles Bronson style. Put it in the window. They pull that window up, step down. Nails to the foot. Don't think it'll feel too good. Nails to the hands, to the palms. The same. Think of anything you can to deter a burglar. What's new in the city? Talk to the Queen. Once again, Sean Puffy Combs has been denied bail for the third time, and Wendy Williams has been deemed permanently incapacitated by her overseer guardian, Miss Morrissey. That is the latest developments coming from New York, New Jersey. This is live number 2. Thank you for your time. Got 30 watching. Thank you. What's going on? Talk to the Queen. Talk to the Queen, baby. There's a case brewing out of California that's quite interesting, pertaining to this young lady that's missing. I've got a little bit of time. I'm only 32 minutes into this live stream. I'm not going to hold you all long, so I want to relax and enjoy my evening to myself. But it's a very baffling story. And before I get in that story, I want to talk about Sebastian for just a second, because I want to clear my throat about this kid missing. What I saw on YouTube yesterday just really pissed me off, because I was saying to myself, how far are you all willing to go with your content pertaining to this 15-year-old kid who will be 16 next month? The stuff you're putting in your videos, you just don't even care about the child. This is what I've talked about since talking about Sebastian. Things I've said also about Summer and other children I've talked about. You all will just say anything about these people. You post anything, what you found. You calling TBI to tell TBI what exactly? FBI what? You found what exactly? Help the Queen out. Enlighten me. What did you find in pertaining that's useful to the Sebastian Rogers case? Help me understand. What did you find of use, of value, pertaining to this kid? Nothing. Not a damn thing. And you go live making videos saying you found something, you saw something. You people need to stop. This is exactly why I said in my commentary why people don't need to be searching, because you're not actually searching for anything. Some people may disagree with what I'm saying, but I think what I'm speaking is logic. Under the circumstances and the timeline, we're almost a year in. What are you searching for exactly? You found something. You found what? A campsite, or you found what? You know damn well that little boy wouldn't be out here in the damn woods no damn 9 months later without a coat, shoes, and a cell phone and food. He doesn't know how to navigate for himself. His father already told you he couldn't sustain on his own. So this is what you want to put in a live stream. You people ought to be shaming yourselves. I've never seen people so thirsty for likes and views that you're just willing to say and do anything pertaining to a true crime or an alleged crime to, as I just said, to get likes and views for a damn video. And it's disgusting. Just make up anything. Just like what I said the other day in my live. It's no different than me going up here right now and pan my camera across the street from me or 5 blocks down, wherever, and say, I'm looking for Sebastian over here. And the first thing somebody going to say, well, Queen, why are you looking over there? Well, Queen, why do you think Sebastian's over there? Why do you think Sebastian's in Knoxville? I don't know. I'm just looking. You got to make it make sense. This is a lone state. Or shall I say wide state? However you want to word it. Tennessee is long, wide. So, therefore, you don't know what happened to him. You don't know who's involved in his disappearance. Because as I said, you consume what you want. But none of us know where he is. So, wherever you're looking at this point is a needle in a haystack because you don't know where he is, his whereabouts. So just like I said, I could easily just walk outside this door with my camera, start filming, and just start saying, oh, here's a piece of paper. Here are some sunglasses. Here is this. I think Sebastian was here. Or whoever the topic is of the moment. It's disrespectful. It's disrespectful to him. It's disrespectful to his father. As for those other people, I don't claim them because they have shown no care for the child. So I'm going to say it's disrespectful to Seth Rogers and Seth Rogers' family members. It's ridiculous. You know, if you want to retrace the steps of where a person last was, I could see doing that. You go to the restaurant. You go to his house. Naturally, it's not a good idea to film over there because they've been taking people to court, suing people. So going over there to where he lives, Stafford Court, wouldn't be a good idea because you're not going to be able to talk and make the video make sense because you can't stand outside the house without worrying about somebody calling the police. But just popping up and running around the corner from Stafford Court saying you found this or you found this, just stop it. It's ignorant. You look like a damn fool. And you people just run and you watch and you communicate and then you go back and you jump from chat to chat and you just can't wait to spread the good news. I heard this over here. I saw this over here. I done told you how I rock. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about a mattress, a box, a mattress cover, sunglasses, pants. I don't want to hear that foolishness. Because so far, everybody who's come forward, damn Jack in the boxes and James in the boxes, nothing you have said and repeated on a live stream has come to fruition pertaining to the disappearance of Sebastian Rogers. So that should be your wake-up call to stop this ignorant behavior of acting as if you are a private detective. You a voodoo queen, voodoo priestess, whatever the hell you people are claiming, crystal ball carrying, just stop it. You sound stupid. And you're ignorant because this is the type of behavior where you act like you don't have no common sense. You were born to werewolves or something, and you just were raised in the wild, and you don't know how to damn act. It's nasty because he's a child. He's a child of God. He's missing. God forbid he may not even be alive. And this is what you would do with your time, running around, wasting your damn gas and airline fare to run around in the damn woods down there in damn Hendersonville like you done found something of relevance. You look stupid. Riding around in your car, driving your gas out down the highway. I'm looking for Sebastian. Are you? Well, I'll tell you what you should do. And I'm going to say it on this live. Keep driving your car and make sure you drive it down a dock where there's water and drive your ass right into the river. How about that? How about that? I said that. Drive your ass right down the dock into the river. And drive your car and see if it can float. And tell me what you can see down in that water. Because I'm tired of hearing the nonsense. You people are evil. You have no respect for life. And that's why I always tell people, if you pay attention to people who go live, especially people that talk about true crime, they really tell you who they are and they tell you what kind of life they live. They're fools. There's only a fool would put this type of behavior out under their damn name, channel name. I wouldn't do it. Because that's not my nature. I'm not going out here to the street making up content for a like and a view. Like I said, we're 9 months in, so you really can't say where he is because you don't know where he is. So walking around to these God-forbidden places, it's just a waste of time. You don't know the kid. You don't know anything about him. You don't know anything about the family. You don't know his blueprint. You don't know nothing. So you don't really have anything to go on to make a live stream. Say, oh, he could be over here. He could be over there. Well, if that's the case, somebody can say the same thing about, well, he's in California. He's in New York. He's in Canada. He's in Washington. He's over here. Anybody can say that. Because he might be anywhere. That's the point. But you don't have any validity to what you're saying. So you should stop making these stupid videos. And it's disrespectful, as I said, to Sebastian Rogers, and it's also disrespectful to Seth Rogers and anybody who actually cares for the child, because there are gullible people out here who watch these videos and they actually believe in what you're talking about, and they're stupid enough to pass the information to somebody else. The next thing you know, they're calling the police department, they're calling the TBI. Did you see the video on YouTube? He said this, she said this. Then you get mad when the people act like they're rude. They're acting rude because they don't want to fool with this foolishness. They don't want to be a party to it. They have a job to do, allegedly, which is to try to find this kid, take in viable information. And you're wasting their time calling the phone lines with what you saw on YouTube. Hell yeah, they're going to be disrespectful to a YouTuber, TikToker, because they feel like you're with the SHIT. You're not genuine about the content. It's just a story, something to make up, some fluff. Something for a like and a view. And a cash donation. Let's go to Hawaii, everybody. That's my take on the Sebastian Rogers nonsense. Once again, prayers to Seth Rogers and his immediate family. Prayers that there will be justice and answers to the location of this child, and only viable leads will be called in to the TBI in Sumner County pertaining to this child. And once again, if you're making false calls, faux calls, shame on you. Shame on you. And I think they need to start arresting people that call in stuff that they can put their stamp on to say this is fraudulent, it's made up. Yeah, arrest them, charge them. It's the only way you can make people stop doing stuff. Make a mockery out of it. That's how I feel. Only way you'll make it stop. Okay, I'm going to go back in my library because this is where I got the content from pertaining to this young lady. It's a devastating storyline. Part 2 live, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Hope you all are safe. Have a wonderful holiday season. Once again, be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what you post, what you share, what you talk about. Social media. This next information is coming from Hannah's sister. She's missing from allegedly Los Angeles, California, had traveled from Hawaii and supposed to be going to New York to visit her aunt and uncle, but she never made it. Where is this young lady? Who has information to the disappearance of Hannah Kobayashi? As most of you know, her father took his own life a week ago from the 7th floor parking garage in Los Angeles. Prayers to the family. I guess this man could not wait another day in any information pertaining to the disappearance of his daughter, we're not going to hear from the sister of Hannah Kobayashi. Thank you for your time. You're listening to the Vault XL.
16 days since Hannah Kobayashi disappeared in Los Angeles after the Maui woman missed a connecting flight to New York.
And despite her father's suicide, her family is not giving up their search. Our Ben Gutierrez is here now with an exclusive interview.
Sydney Kobayashi says she's determined to find her sister Hannah, and that the unexpected death of her father is only adding to her motivation.
I want to stay hopeful, but with this being back to back, I feel lost. I feel devastated. I feel heartbroken.
Sydney Kobayashi is still reeling from the shock of losing her father, Ryan, after he leapt to his death from a parking garage near LAX. He'd been looking for his missing daughter for 13 days.
He wasn't sleeping, he wasn't eating, and he cared so much about our feelings and taking care of us as a family out there. And he didn't want to speak out on his own on how he was feeling. We just never saw this coming, like ever. But I'm not even angry with him. I know that he fought his hardest to do this. Yeah.
The Thanksgiving holiday is also a stark reminder of Hannah's absence. Kobayashi has now been missing since November 11th, when she was last seen near Crypto.com Arena and her phone went dark. The family is frustrated with what they say was a lack of information from authorities, but they are receiving tips and are trying hard to be grateful this Thanksgiving week.
You know, we are thankful for having each other to fall back on through this time, but tomorrow's going to be a very hard day. She was supposed to come from Maui and be with us.
Sydney is vowing to keep the search for Hannah going for her father.
He wants us to find my sister. I know that he's watching over us right now, and I know that that's what he would have wanted, and that's what's keeping me going right now.
They're doing the right thing by keeping this front of mind and keeping it on topic. There's a lot of people that go missing, and she doesn't want to just be one of the many.
Private investigator Deborah Allen handles missing persons cases, but is not involved in the search for Hannah Kobayashi. She says because the case has gained national attention, Hannah likely would have heard about the search for her and her father's death.
But you would think something like that would trigger her to come forward, right? And that makes me more worried for her safety because she hasn't.
However, she says keeping attention on the case means that there's still hope, even in a place as big as Los Angeles.
She's there in that area unless someone has taken her. We need to find her.
Right now, all we're out of that people continue to just repost every single day and keep her story alive. And that's all that's directly coming from me and my family.
Now, if you're experiencing suicidal thoughts, you're urged to contact the Hawaii Cares Health Crisis Hotline by dialing 988. And if you have tips on Hannah Kobayashi's whereabouts, we have that contact information on our website. Ben Gutierrez, Hawaii News Now.
Thank you very much.
All right. Now, retired LAPD detective breaks down this case pertaining to tips and bringing forward information, how it works, searching for a missing person. He is a retired detective. Investigator with the Los Angeles Police Department, and he is bringing forward information, just breaking down how it works, searching for a person, and he works with missing person's families to try to locate their loved ones. I have that in the YouTube queue it's in the YouTube queue, and it's also posted to my community page. Well, I'm going to post it, excuse me. I'm going to post that now, excuse me. And I'm going to post this video as well. Sorry about that. So you all will have that information. I forgot I didn't post it. But anyway, I watched that video yesterday pertaining to the retired detective, and it's baffling. It's very baffling because you don't know what to believe. And the one thing I'm not going to do in this story, because I'm always, I always try to be respectful in a story. When it comes to missing people, my opinion. I always like to listen to the information first for a while before I give my public opinion on the who, the where, the what, and the why. So in this storyline, I don't have an opinion pertaining to Hannah because I don't know anything. I don't know her, didn't know her father, Don't know this sister. So I don't really have anything to say. And that's the one thing that's best, is that you don't start assuming this, that, when you don't know anything. All I know is what's been told. And that's what I always tell you about true crime. True crime is like every day when there is no crime. People can tell you a multitude of things. You entitled to your opinion of what they have told you. You entitled to believe it or not believe it. So all we have is that a woman allegedly left Hawaii via a plane, landed in Los Angeles, left the airport, and went out to the city, sent text messages to family members about her identity being allegedly stolen and somebody trying to take advantage of her. Don't know if it's her texting. Don't know if it's somebody else using her phone. It has also been said that the text messages seem out of turn, don't sound like her. So what you have to do is ask the obvious questions. What was going on with Hannah before she left Hawaii? What was her life like? Who did she date? Did she have any type of dating problems, issues with a boyfriend? We do have mention of a boyfriend. Don't know if he's relevant to the story or not. Don't know if she was talking to someone in Los Angeles. Don't know if she is in Los Angeles and she's fine and she's just having a mental breakdown or she's leaving her life. Don't know if she's been harmed or not, held captive or not. And then the worst case scenario would be she's been harmed, she's not alive. And two, this is a ruse for attention. I'm not here to say either. I'm just throwing out the variables. Because it's already bad, she's missing. And then her father took his own life because he couldn't find his daughter. On the 13th day, he unalived himself from a parking garage in Los Angeles. And that was horrific. So it's a lot for this family to deal with. And as I had said to myself, and I'm going to go ahead and say it during this live, what will be even more tragic besides this man killing himself because he just could not move on, not having any information about his child, that is a ruse. Just imagine this girl is somewhere fine. She made all this up. Just saying, just a possibility. Just imagine she made all this up. She got gone on purpose, made it seem like something was going on with somebody bothering her, whatever. She's sitting somewhere watching all this unfold, and her daddy has killed himself. That would be a hell of a burden to carry around, knowing you are the catalyst to your father unaliving himself. Because that's a terrible way to die. He didn't shoot himself. He didn't take pills. He didn't hang himself. He jumped off a 7th floor garage. That is deep. That is deep. So we don't really know what was going on with Hannah. We don't know who she was talking to in Hawaii or Los Angeles or Oregon or any other state. We don't know if she went to LA to meet somebody but lied to get away from her life. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't know her life. I don't know who she lived with, if she was self-sustaining. Does she have mental problems? Could she be schizophrenic? Could she have alternate personality? See, we don't know anything. You got to know something about the person in order to make an assessment of where the person is. So you got to backtrack to Hawaii to who she is. How does she live? Where did she work? Did she live alone? Did she have roommates? Did she live with family? How was she acting? How was she talking? Who was she dealing with? Yes. Did she talk to people online? Did she meet somebody out of state? Did they tell her to come there? Meet her there. See, you don't know. And as I said, you have to be very careful with listening to versions because you don't know what's the truth. You have to know her to know the truth, and we don't know her. So we don't know who she was talking to. We don't know if the things from the text messages are the truth. So you have to be very careful with, repeating information from what the family are saying about text. Because if you don't know that they're texting, that could be anybody texting. There could be somebody just making stuff up. Now, why she left that airport, I don't know. Staying for days there, that's strange to me. Because flights coming out of Los Angeles going to New York should be daily. Because people fly from New York to LA, vice versa, all the time. Because those are the main two hubs in the United States for air travel. New York and LA. So flights should be going out of both locations daily. So there's no way she should have ever left the airport to roam around or whatever it was she was doing. That's why I said, it'll be a shame if we find out this is a ruse, that she deliberately went to LA to vacate her life back in Hawaii, which that would be her choice. But what would be wrong is misleading your family that you're in danger. But as I said, I don't have no validity to anything that's been said, and I'm not putting my stamp on anything at this moment because I'd like to have a receipt to something. And text messages, they're really not receipts. You got to know you're talking to that person. Because I say that all the time, that's common sense. I don't like texting for that very reason. One, people break up the sentences. They don't use appropriate English. And sometimes you can misconstrue what a person is saying, what they mean. Then two, could be somebody else using the phone, texting you back, and you think it's them. Now, they say they know how she talks, acts. I'm not here to argue that. So where is she? Where is Hannah? Is she alive? Is she safe? Is she having a mental crisis? Has she met with foul play? Why did she leave the airport in Los Angeles? Why would she run around with strangers and don't know them? So you have to ask all those questions. That's why I said you have to know what type of person she is, because LA is a big city. It's a city for the grifters. And anybody with common sense knows that's not a place you want to be roaming around and you don't know your way around because you're putting your life in the hands of others, especially if you start asking questions. Then they're going to know you're not from there, and that's dangerous because you don't know who you're talking to. And you could be talking to a well-dressed man or woman, but that does not mean they're not on the grift and on the grind. And even the nicest looking people will unalive you for the right dollar amount. And they'll even unalive you when there's no money involved. You don't know people. So you have to be careful asking questions. Hey, where does this train go? Hey, where does this bus go? Now people know you're not from there. That's the first thing they're going to say. Oh, they're not from here. So then they start sizing you up, looking what you have on, seeing how many bags you have. And then other people can ear hustle. So just what you're trying to tell people, because nobody really likes to listen. When you're on public transportation, you have to be very careful what you repeat, because there are people who are watching and listening. And those sick type people are riding the bus and train for a reason. They're not on there because they're going somewhere. They're going because they're on the grind, on the grift. So when you start talking about where does this train go, where does this bus go, hey, can you show me how to get over here? They already know you're probably not from that area. They're going to assume that. And they can follow you, and you won't even know they're following you because you're disoriented, you're confused, or you don't know where you're going, you're lost, you're tired, you're sleepy, you're hungry, and they can just walk up to you and pretend to be cordial. Oh, I'll help you. Oh, I'll walk you over there. And they can walk in a direction where they know they could drag you off somewhere and assault you, rob you. You have to be aware of your surroundings when you are out here in the street. I don't care where you are. Your town, small town, village, big city, doesn't matter. People are on the take, people are on the hunt. And we have sadists out here preying on women, men as well, and children. And I don't know what's going on with this young lady. Don't know her mental state. Don't know what she had going on in Hawaii. Don't know her relationship between her and her father. I wondered about that as well, because I said to myself, my goodness, why would he kill himself? Because he didn't have information. So I thought it was like one weekend, but then they tell us it was 13 days in. That's still a short while to just go and unalive yourself and not have information. Hello, Terry. Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you too, honey. So this is terrible that this man has killed himself because he can't find his child. So now they got to bury a father, got to get his body back to Hawaii if they haven't already. That's costly to ship a body back. And that's water between California and Hawaii. And as most of you know, Hawaii is a very expensive place to live in. This is horrible. So now they've got to grieve a father and then grieve not knowing where the daughter is. This is bad all the way around. And I don't want anything to happen to this young lady. I pray that she's alive. I pray that she's well. But my fear would be besides her being deceased, is that she's alive somewhere and she just took off and didn't want to tell anybody that she left. She met somebody. Maybe she felt shame. I met this guy online, or I met a guy that you went to high school with, college, I don't know. And she just didn't want to tell anybody that she just took off. Maybe they would have told her, no, don't go, don't leave. But when you're grown, you can go where you want to go. You don't need somebody's permission to go book a flight. She booked the flight to later to go see the aunt and uncle. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know what kind of life she had back there. Did she have, strict parents, or I don't know. And I'm not here to say. I need more information before I can come to any type of conclusion or assumption about Miss Hannah. But once again, condolences to this family for the death of the father. Prayers that they get answers to her location. Prayers for these detectives working this case in Los Angeles, because they do have footage of her. As you've seen the video of her, still picture of her walking out of somewhere. So I pray that she is not harmed. I pray that if she is alive, that she calls these people, sister, aunts, uncles, whomever, and tell them she's okay. Also notify the police department in Los Angeles and let them know you're alive and that you're okay. If you're having some type of mental break, or you just wanted to walk away from your life, whatever, just tell them so everybody can stop searching for you. Show them proof of life that you are alive, you are this person, and then everybody can move on about their business. That's the latest. Yes, they will need counseling after this. Definitely. This live stream is pertaining to LaShonda Johnson from Memphis, Tennessee. She stabbed her grandson and daughter yesterday during Thanksgiving. They had some type of dispute or disputes. So she grabbed a kitchen knife. She is currently, I believe, still incarcerated. If not, oh well. Facing a few charges of aggravated assault. She was heavily drunk, as they said. Police arrived to the scene. The daughter and her son were already at the hospital, which I find baffling. What took you so long to get there? So then you have to think about the worst case scenario with that case. What if the daughter and grandson had been brutally stabbed, like in the neck, in the chest, and they're bleeding out, waiting for the police to show up? Grandma's already took off, and they're lying there bleeding to death. So Memphis Police Department, let me talk to you for just a second. You need to get your SHIT together, because luckily, Grandma only stabbed him in the hand and nowhere serious. But had she decided to go ham on them with the knife, look how long it took you to get there. Because these two were already at the hospital when you arrived on the scene. So what are you going to tell us? Oh, it was busy in the city of Memphis yesterday during Thanksgiving. You all had a lot of 911 calls. Because this doesn't make any sense. You all are at the scene and they're already at the hospital. And Grandma took off running, allegedly. So did she run by foot or she got in her car? I don't know. And Grandma, you need your tail whooped because you're too old for this nonsense. You're 55 years of age. You're too old for this foolishness. And your mugshot tells me everything I need to know. You look a hot damn mess. That bright red hair. I don't know if there's a birthmark on your face. I don't know what you got going on. But sister, you need to get it together. You need to go to AAA and get you some help. Because I got a feeling you're an alcoholic and you stay crunk and drunk and you're too old for that type of foolishness. As I was saying to myself earlier, I posted to social media about this article. Facebook, I said, nothing worse than an old fool, old drunk. And that's the truth. Being young and dumb, young and a fool is one thing. But to be older, you're 50 plus and acting a fool and getting turned up and drunk and showing out and falling down and fighting with people and arguing with people, you're just ignorant. And sadly, people like you have to learn by the sword. Because can't nobody tell you nothing. And you can lose your life by being ignorant. As I learned last night dealing with somebody personally. They turned up drunk, talking crazy, acting crazy. What they don't know is I can act crazy too, and I wasn't drunk. Because what I'm not going to do is listen to you talk crazy to me because you like to get drunk. But this is why God, I keep saying, he puts you in the right place, dealing with people to show you, you can't help everybody. You can't be nice to everybody. So I know how to deal with this situation. Long handle spoon. I see you, say hello, and keep on moving. Other than that, we will not be holding no conversations about nothing because you don't know how to talk. You don't know how to damn act. And that's on you. And that's the very reason why you have the problems you have, because you don't know how to damn act. One, your mouth is horrible and you don't know how to talk to people. You don't know how to converse. Then you get on the juicy juice and you just go ham. And it's unladylike. As I said, I have a potty mouth. I'll claim that. But I don't walk around here every day drunk. I don't walk around here talking crazy without alcohol. I know how to turn it down. And if you can't drink alcohol without showing out and wanting to threaten people, and you need help, that means you need to stop drinking. And you also need to stop getting behind the wheel of a car. Because you do have a habit of getting turned up, drunk, and driving. As we say in the street, you need to tighten your shit. Because you are a walking disaster. You are the walking wounded. You are doomed. And you're asking for trouble. And you keep on running that mouth. You're going to find just what you're looking for. You say you like to fight and fuss and all that. Well, you're going to find it. Oh, I know it's coming. Because I done already seen what you're about. And you're probably like this woman here. Start drinking, start talking crazy to people, threatening people, cussing people. I do this, get out my way. Grandmama crazy anyway. She drunk and pushing a kid. Now, I don't know what the kid did. I don't know if the house is full of bad kids that don't listen, don't mind. But the point is, you are bigger. You can hurt a child. So I don't know the ages of the children that were in the house, how old they are, if they belong to this woman or not. But the point is, it's a bad environment for children to be around people who imbibe alcohol and drugs. Period. Period. Don't know if the mother or if the grandmother lived with her daughter or not. They found her in another residence. Don't know the situation. All I'm saying is, you're asking for trouble when you stay crunk and drunk. Because the drunk leads to the crunk. And then some people have bad attitudes. They're a problem even without the alcohol. And we've heard that about a lot of people. They cannot drink. Some people just cannot drink alcohol. It doesn't work for them. It doesn't work in their favor. And I believe in this situation pertaining to grandma, she probably stays drunk a lot. She probably gets turned up a lot. And one day she's going to have to live by the sword. Because I've learned that certain people, you can't tell them anything. They know everything. They're know-it-alls. And they're just ignorant. And I won't doubt this grandma is one of those people. So she's in jail. As far as I know, if she bonded out, oh well. But after this incident, I wouldn't have anything to do with her. I wouldn't have anything to do with my own mother. I'd cut her off. Because even stabbing someone in their finger, she could have cut her finger off. She's ignorant, and she's a wrecking ball. That's my update pertaining to LaShonda Johnson, 55 years of age, black woman arrested for stabbing her daughter and grandson in Memphis, Tennessee on Thanksgiving. I've also mentioned Hannah, who's missing from Los Angeles. She's from Hawaii. Don't know where she is. It's a very baffling story. Her name is Hannah Kobayashi. Her father killed himself in Los Angeles. He jumped from a seventh floor parking garage because obviously he was distraught. He couldn't find her. A lot of text messaging has gone on between allegedly she and the aunt and uncle by phone. Some are saying that they're suspect. Don't know if it's really her. Claiming that she felt like her identity was about to be stolen. So I don't know who she met, didn't meet, left the airport. Why? Running around the city, roaming LA. Why? Don't know. Don't know what's the truth. And I'm not here to say. So I'm going to make that clear during this live stream. I'm not entertaining anything until somebody brings some type of proof of life, a cell phone discarded, something that belongs to her found, something to go somewhere. But right now, I'm just listening to the story unfold. I don't know what has happened to this young lady. And the other part of this live stream, hello, Zenobia. Thank you, darling. Happy holidays, babe. The other part of this live, I threw in Sebastian Rogers. I will put them in the title when I re-edit this video before it goes to print. I do not like what's being said about Sebastian here on YouTube. The behavior is still asinine. And it's sad that, these parents have had to sue people and take people to court and all this foolishness. He said, she said, detectives, PIs. You're entitled to your opinion of either parent. I don't really care. But what I don't indulge in the foolishness with the he said and the she said and who said what. Because in the end, everything's a version, like I always say about anything. Anything, when there is no missing person. When you talk to people, all their worth is their word. So if you can't believe their word, then it ain't worth nothing and they ain't worth nothing. Okay? And when you talk about a missing person, their version is all you got. But making up stuff about finding stuff, seeing the child, tips, clues, going on the ground like you're searching for Sebastian, campsites and all that, man, stop all this nonsense. It's ignorant. And it's disrespectful to him because he's missing. You're not missing. It's disrespectful to Seth because he's the only one rallying for the child related to him. So until you have a missing child, until you out here searching for a child, until you come up missing, you need to show some damn respect. Yeah, I said it. And I'm going to keep saying it. Show some damn respect. Because in the end, you're showing the world you don't have respect for yourself, that you would put out this type of foolishness on a live stream and put your name and your face behind a video like you out here searching for this child when you know damn well you don't know where Sebastian is. You have no idea where he is. And you're only doing this nonsense for likes and views. And that's right, cash your pocket. Because YouTube is a cash business, whether you all like it or not. This is a $1 billion industry. And they make money, whoever owns YouTube, off us. Okay? It's a business. So as I always say, if you want to throw a dagger, you got to throw it at the people that own YouTube as well because they make money off this foolishness. And it don't matter what the people are talking about. But to put out false information, you're foul. And to act like you care for this kid and search for this kid, knowing you're not, you're just wasting airfare and gas to walk around in circles and rubber duck boots like you're going in a swamp looking for a kid. You don't know where to look because you don't even know where he is. His father don't know where he is. And allegedly those other people act like they don't know where he is, which many of us believe they know where he is. But show some respect to the child, for the child. He's a child of God and he's missing. He has two other parents that don't show any empathy for him being gone. He has one parent rallying for him, that's Seth Rogers. Show that man and that child some damn respect. Because in the end, you're sending a message to the universe. You don't care about yourself and you don't respect yourself and you don't have respect for children and you don't have respect for missing people. You don't have respect for dead people because possibly the child could be unalive. And you're spending this nonsense on this network like you're looking for him and searching for him and you found something pertaining to Sebastian. Well, so far, nobody's found a damn thing pertaining to Sebastian Rogers. And it's almost a year. 9 months now he's been missing. And there have been no viable clues or information to the disappearance of this boy. So if you want to help this case, then you talk about him and you talk about ways in trying to get the information out about him. So instead of making these stupid videos that you found something at a campsite or you found this or that, why don't you pass out flyers in your location where you live of Sebastian Rogers? Get off your lazy ass from behind your computer and go spread some flyers out in your town that he's missing. Go talk to the people in the community of Hendersonville and surrounding areas. Hey, how do you feel about the news that this child is still missing 9 months later? Do something that's productive. and conducive than making up false content about this child. Because really it's not even content, it's lies. There is a difference. Falsehoods. He's a child. And you know damn well he's not out here roaming around without shoes and a coat and no food. No money, no job, no car. He ain't sleeping in the wilderness. He ain't roaming the wilderness. So what are you trying to make him out to be? That he's now an animal and he's just roaming around? Just stop it. See, it's people like you to make my stomach turn and make me sick. And you know who you are. All of you know who you are. You're bottom feeders. You're just dusty, crumb snatching bottom feeders that sit up and go live all day tearing down the name of a child. And you better pray that you don't end up like Sebastian Rogers. Because as we say, F around and find out. You keep doing these things you're doing on these live streams, you're going to be in the same predicament one day. And somebody's going to be talking about you on a live stream. Hey, you remember that YouTuber that used to go live? Well, they're missing. Oh, yeah, they found him outside, head busted, laying down. Wonder what happened. Oh, yeah, did you hear about him? He had a heart attack, had a stroke. He in ICU, got tubes going through his nose, her nose. That's a shame, ain't it? No, not really. What's good for the goose? Good for the gander. So always remember that. What you put out here in the universe, it comes back. It always comes back. And I own mine myself. What you put out, your tongue, all of that. You got to claim it. So show some respect for this young boy and his father. LaShunda Johnson arrested. Stabbing daughter, grandson, Memphis, Tennessee. Hannah Kobayashi, missing from Los Angeles, California. Sebastian Rogers, still missing from Hendersonville, Tennessee. Please check out my earlier live pertaining to Wendy Williams. She has now been deemed permanently incapacitated, impaired. What will happen to her? The person that's over her estate, guardianship, rather, is suing A&E networks and affiliates for abuse. They took advantage of her, filming her and pocketing off of her. She only made $82,000 allegedly from that filming, which is not a lot of money. Did not know that. Will she still remain in the same facility, go to another facility, live on her own with a caregiver, guardianship turned over to somebody else or family? We will see what is going to happen to Wendy Williams. And lastly, Sean Puffy Combs was denied bail for a third time, so he will remain in DMC in Brooklyn, New York until trial May 2025. Thank you for watching this network, your support. God bless all of you. Have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings. Mind the children. If you see something, say something. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. Follow the Queen on the Newsbreak app, where I give you similar commentary pertaining to breaking news. Drop your comments below this video. Always take the polls on my community page. And also check out my movie suggestions and video suggestions from the YouTube queue. If you'd like to donate to this great network, $Beganji 129 Cash App. Stickers and chats are always welcome during the live stream. Now, I'm going to take me a night stroll to the store because I live in a great area where you can just walk everywhere. Get me some night exercise. Pray that don't nothing happen to me when I step outside this damn door, because we got some crazy people. I've been told, people keep telling me, you need to quit. You don't need to walk anywhere at night. You know, this is a great area where I live, but the point is there's a lot of creepy crawlies walking around, and it's just sad. We live in a world where you're really not safe any time of day. And I know I keep telling myself, stop going outside when it's dark, but I like to rest. And I don't know, I'm just more of a night person. So I just lean on faith that, nothing happens to me. Naturally, I won't be taking every piece of money card out when I go out. Just my ID and the money I'm going to spend. But I thank you all for following this network. Once again, happy holidays to everyone. Happy Black Friday. Be safe. Be aware of what you're posting to social media pertaining to your purchases, your travels, when you're coming, when you're going. Take somebody out with you at night when you shop. If you're going to be taking in a lot of bags to the trunk, always watch who parks next to you. Don't talk to nobody in the dark. Don't stop for nobody. Don't look at nothing for sale in somebody's car or trunk or van. Do not go to anyone's car to buy anything. Hot, stolen, whatever. Don't do it. You don't want to end up a YouTube video. Don't go to anybody's damn car to buy perfume, clothes, shoes. I don't care what they got. Don't do it. Especially at night. Don't do it. Because we may not see you again. God forbid they rob you. Just don't do it. And be aware when you're pulling out, anybody that's still sitting in the parking lot, when they move and you make your way out the parking lot, if you still see that car behind you, go drive your car to a gas station and sit there. If the person pulls in then to the same place, then dial 911. Okay? Because you do not want anyone following you home. Because that is the ploy used right now for shoppers. Following people home. Not just robbing you at the car, but following you home and then pull up behind you. God forbid they have somebody else working with them and you're pulling things out your trunk. You've got a trunk full of goodies. Now they're hijacking you right at your own damn address. Keep your lights on. If you're leaving in the daytime, you know you're going to be coming back at night. Make sure you have lights turned on before you leave the house. So make sure all outdoor lights are turned on. If you're going to come back in the dark while shopping this holiday season. Don't put boxes outside the garbage can. Don't do that. Break them down, put them in your car, then take them to the recycling center and dump all plastics, boxes, so people don't know what you have bought. And also, as I said, be aware of your children's company. Bringing people over to your house you don't really know, strangers, telling all your business when you're coming and when you're going out of town. Just be aware because people steal. So that's all I'm trying to tell you is to be aware of your faculties, be aware of your surroundings. Don't drink and drive. Get a designated driver. Call an Uber, call a Lyft. And also be careful getting into Uber Lyfts. Make sure you're getting in the right person's car. Their car and face match the profile on your phone. Lord have mercy, I'm out of breath. Perspective, I will post that to the community page to let you know I'm walking to the store. I'm making it back on my journey. Just be safe, everybody, because this is the season for grifting and grinding and hijacking. So just be aware. And ladies, especially, if you're out drinking, imbibing, watch your drinks, watch your cups. Put a napkin over the straw while you're drinking. I know some of you are saying, what? Old school. Stick a napkin over the straw while you drink your drink in public. You get up and go to the bathroom. Give it to the bartender to put behind the bar or take the drink to the restroom. Sounds nasty, but that's why I said put the napkin over the cup, over the straw, and take your drink with you to the restroom. And then if you're with a friend, if you think you can trust that person, you can leave your drink. But people talk, and when they're drunk, they're not paying attention. When they're drinking, they're not paying attention. Somebody still could put something in a drink with a person sitting there because people are crafty. Especially if you have a lot of people standing at the bar and it's crowded, you have to be aware of your surroundings. Yes, be aware of everything. I always tell people, you don't want to end up a YouTube video, a news video. Be careful where you go, who you talk to, places you go, going to people's homes, houses, letting them come to your house. We all take chances in life in dealing with people. And as I keep trying to tell people about online, you all have got to stop judging people for talking to people online. You talk to people online every day. You're listening to me and I'm online. You want to try to reach me. What's the difference? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. The same people you're judging, Don't talk to them. Don't talk to them. They are your neighbors. They are your friends. They work with you. Hell, you might be dating or married to one of them. There's no such thing as those people. There's no such thing. Those people online are the same people walking by you every day, and you deal with them. I keep telling people that. There is no specific type of person that's online, preying on people, using people, manipulating. A lot of people are online. Whether it's the date site, YouTube, TikTok, you do not know people. That's the point. Live number 2. Thank you for your time. God bless you. Have a wonderful holiday season. Be aware of your faculties. Take the polls on my community page. And I'll be back with more stimulating content and commentary. You have been listening to the Vault XL. Thank you.